We're going to 53.
15, check 15. Begin.
On third down, Elliott. Oh, he sheds himself free. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 63 yards. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage. But that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Keep it skinny. Get on. Watch 6-6. Pull it high. Load it. Load it. Hey, Alpha. Right, 89.
On third down, Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Check 37. Check 37. Say.
We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check the back. Check 24. Check 24. Shift. Alert 3.
Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check 3. 36. Check. Kill.
We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slam, slam.
Go to 54, go to 54, line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Go to 54, go to 54, line. Fresno. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 44 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And down to the 19-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 54, Mark, 54, move. 54.
From the red zone now, Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 93 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, and he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. 3rd and long for Rivers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Check. 25, check 25, check 25. We're going to 54, 180. We got to go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Gun. Motion to the backfield. 40-26.
Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Cooper was the intended target. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. In Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, put up 43 points on the Browns.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd and 5. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rivers being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike 54. Load it. Load it. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Slam. Wide. Get wide. Hey. SOS. Tight dog. Q. Under 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down now. It's Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
54 Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. The intended receiver there, Allen. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the fourth overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Play action now, Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Round 180! Round 80!
54. Crunch time, defense. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, switch gears. Check 9. Check. Cross.
We're going to 54.
Here's Pollard again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
going to 54. Line 8.
Check 26, check 26. Watch that. Switch.
They were going to 53. 26.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Check 3.
They were going to 53. 26.
On second down, Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 52. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up.
They were going to 54. Line 8. 26.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, check.
Going to 54. Going to 54. Line 26.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been.